A while back, I did an episode about Tang Soo Do, which is a martial art that my children practice. And I have to say, I was pretty intrigued, but I just do not have the time to add a new discipline to my life. So when the opportunity arose for me to take a self-defense workshop with other women, I leapt at the chance. I took the workshop with women on a Friday night and had an incredible time. And I learned a few things about myself. I learned that I love to punch, I can be a little intense, and I sincerely hope that I never have to use what I learned. But in case I do, today I'm gonna sharpen my skills and I'm gonna let you watch. I'm here with Detz, who is the owner of Chippewa ATA, which just happens to be next door to Be Well Nation, where I teach fitness classes. So you're a really good neighbor to have, just want to say. And Dawn also taught the self-defense workshop that I took at that Friday gathering. She spoke very bluntly about the need to know self-defense techniques and to know them very well, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more just about you.
I am a 5th degree black belt.
That's big.
I started martial arts in the ATA 17 years ago.
Wow.
Along for my children.
For your children. Did you take with your children?
I did.
I love that.
Yes.
That you took classes with. And now you own this wonderful studio.
I do.
Fabulous. So one of the things that you mentioned Friday night, and I was listening so intently that as you said this, I nodded my head because I'd heard it before, was the myth about the keys being something to defend you. Can you speak about that a little bit?
I think for many years, a lot of people said, put your keys in between your fingers and you can just stab somebody in the eye.
Right.
That's pretty just unreasonable.
Okay.
You're at a panic in yourself, so the best thing to do is press your panic button and throw your keys, because your car is not going to shut up.
Right.
And it's
we know that at like 3 in the morning.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Constantly go, and your keys are not going to be any threat to you, because that person's going to be, he's probably either going to run or they can't turn them against you.
Well, that's interesting. So something that we're carrying that's sharp, if we don't know how to wield it correctly, could actually be turned against us.
Yes, it can be not good.
The second thing you talked about, and I know that I'm guilty of it, as are many people, is the distraction of the cell phone as we're walking, you know, whether or not it be in the daytime and I'm walking to my car, or whether it be at night. So talk to me about the cell phone and what you would suggest for people to stay safe.
I really need people to put their cell phones away. It is not that important that you're going to miss something walking with your cell phone. Put it on your person, because if something does happen to you, at least you have it to call.
Okay.
But you really need to put that away.
And we're all walking like this.
We're all walking with our heads down.
And
while
while
not
being
paying attention.
And while being attacked will be a surprise. I know we did something with eyes closed, which really freaked me out that night. But even though that's a surprise, you still is it less of a chance of you being attacked if you look like an aware person?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, most certainly. If you look like a confident person walking, doing your activities, I'm not saying it won't happen, but the home invasions that are happening, or the home attacks, or the attacks in general, are happening a lot in the morning.
Oh, daylight. So over at Be Well, I teach P90X and I teach PIO. We do a lot of core work. So I was really excited to hear something that you shared in terms of what kind of strength you need to have for some of these techniques that we're going to show. Can you speak to that?
I am not a strong person. I'm not a large person.
Which surprises me.
I do not go to the gym. Core is essential. When we, in my academy here, when we punch, this is just the weapon. This is just the weapon. This is the tool. This is what you use in order to defend.
So you're always using the core.
You're always using this. Some of those defenses that we're going to go through, every single one of those is core. Even the hair grab, it's all core.
They're going to grab my hair. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So here's what we're going to do. Don has chosen 4 self-defense techniques for me to do on camera, and we even have an attacker here. So this is my buddy Trevor. He is going to be the one coming after me today. You're the assailant.
Yes, ma'am.
You've been taking Taekwondo for 9 years?
That's right, 9 years.
9 years. So you're going to show me what to do?
Yes.
Be ready, mister.
Okay, so first we're going to just do something very simple. We're going to do the hair pull, but on Joline, we're going to do clothing attack. So he's going to grab her clothing. She's going to actually step into him after she pulls him towards her, and she's going to step in, and that is going to actually ligament pull, which is very painful. He's going to tap because it hurts, but that will have him let go. So he's coming from behind, and she's pretty angry, and he's tapping out. All right, so now we're going to do a frontal grab, which also you could, it could be a wall pin if someone pinned you up against the wall. He is going to attack her. She's going to block. She's going to hold him, and then a jugular thrust and a palm right here. She's going to bring her hand back and brachial stun. Grab him, pull him towards her, and common perennial or lesser, which is down here. Very good. Those are very painful techniques.
Push him up.
That's right.
Or push off of him.
Push off of him. Never push your assailant away. Okay, the next is the mount. You really don't ever want to be on the ground, but if it happens, this is probably the best way to get out of it. So say she just got pushed down, she's down on the ground. First thing, her arms have to be here. If you're here, his knees are here, and you're done. But here, you're at least kind of protecting. So he's going to mount her.
Knees come up.
Knees come up. Even if he goes to punch, she throws him off balance. She's going to thrust up as hard as that is and roll him over. The one key point I want to get to, when she did thrust, she tilted her hips one way or the other. Whatever way you would like is
that was okay?
That was excellent. You're down. We are going to do a gun parry. It's a very simple technique. I'm just going to say, once you have this pointed at you, it's a commitment. It's not anything that you think you can squirrel away from. So this is a very, very serious topic. So I'm going to give him a plastic gun. I have cut the trigger because on a normal gun, when she's doing this defense, the finger does break. So that's what you really want. But I've cut our triggers.
So one of the things you said that night is, as a gun is pointed at you, you most likely will be shot.
Yes.
So committing to a parry, even though you may still be shot, it may not be as bad.
Right.
Okay.
We put our hands like this. Mm-hmm. The reason this is by your heart, if so happens that gun shoots you, it may just shoot off your finger and just maybe go this way. Maybe it's not going to go directly. He's holding the gun up, you step and parry. You step again with the other foot and grab. Pull that towards your chest and twist it. You're breaking his finger and you're hitting him with the gun in the neck. And then you run.
So, Dawn, Trevor, that was actually a lot of fun. I really get into practicing like that, but I also have this underlying feeling of anxiety. If
Yes.
I would ever have to use these techniques in real life, maybe you could just walk around with me and then I wouldn't have to. But truly, defend yourself for the health of it.